Every big screen blockbuster or award-winning drama begins with a script.
No.
But no movie makes it to the screen without making some changes from the printed page. Sometimes it's what happens when actors go off the script that's most remembered. Here are Screen Rant's 10 greatest unscripted movie scenes. Raiders of the Lost Ark, bringing a gun to a sword fight. Instead of trying to actually fight a skilled swordsman, Jones does the smart thing. He pulls out his gun and drops his opponent with a single shot. The original script had called for a lengthy fight sequence, but when Harrison Ford was struck with food poisoning the night before filming, his energy was so sapped on set that he asked Steven Spielberg if he could simply shoot the man instead. The director agreed, and one of Indy's most iconic moments was born. The Dark Knight, a round of applause. Heath Ledger's Joker is a comic book villain for the ages, blending anarchy with dark humor in every one of his scenes in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. After finding himself in police custody, he witnesses Jim Gordon's promotion to the rank of police commissioner firsthand.
Commissioner Gordon!
As the officers in the room applaud their colleague, the mocking, expressionless clapping from the jail cell grabs all of their attention, putting the camera squarely on the Joker. It's a chilling moment that Ledger completely improvised during the scene.
It's a funny world we live in.
Taxi Driver. You talking to me? Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro will always be remembered for the chilling tale of Travis Bickle, the insomniac star of Taxi Driver. Bickle's unforgettable mirror monologue centered on a single question.
You talking to me?
But the script only stated that Travis should begin speaking to himself in front of the mirror without any specific details on what sort of scene to play out.
Then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
The lines which followed were improvised by De Niro entirely on the spot. His words, raised eyebrow, and general attitude came to define the actor for decades to come. Aliens. Game over, man. James Cameron's sequel to Alien helped define what sci-fi is today. Of the futuristic space marines now seen in film, TV, and even video games, not every one of those soldiers has what it takes to bring down the franchise's xenomorph enemies. After the first attack decimates the Marines and their dropship crash lands, the script called for Private Hudson to panic. But the actor decided to add a bit of video game lingo to the line, giving the film one of its most beloved quotes.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
The Usual Suspects, the lineup. The most iconic scene from Bryan Singer's The Usual Suspects centers on a police lineup of the film's main cast of criminals. But writer Christopher McQuarrie came up with just a single line of dialogue for each actor to repeat, meaning it was up to the actors to shape the rest of the scene.
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
When it came time to film, the actors tried to outdo one another, turning the scene into a mess of laughter. Even McQuarrie himself got into the action as the police officer on the intercom, asking Benicio del Toro to offer the line in English, please, and getting an unscripted response in return.
How many fucking keys, you cocksucker? What the fuck?
Jaws, a bigger boat. The underwater menace of Steven Spielberg's Jaws goes unseen for most of the film. The shark finally reveals its incredible size as Police Chief Brody is throwing chum overboard to attract it, leaving him and the audience in shock. As Brody comes to his senses, he turns to the vessel's captain to inform him that he's gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat, right? Gotta get to work.
The warning was improvised by actor Roy Schneider during the scene. With the success of the film, it became one of the most famous lines in movie history. The Empire Strikes Back. Han's goodbye. When the heroes of Star Wars find themselves ambushed during the final act of The Empire Strikes Back, Han Solo is captured by Boba Fett. The bounty hunter plans to free Solo and Carbonite and return him to Jabba the Hutt. With his character's future uncertain, Han and Leia were meant to say their goodbyes in the form of matching I love yous. But director Ivan Kershner felt something was missing and told Harrison Ford to respond the way he felt his character should before shouting action.
I love you.
I know.
What Ford came up with captured the smuggler's attitude perfectly and offered a line no Star Wars fan will ever forget. The Shining. Here's Johnny. Stanley Kubrick's tale of supernatural and psychological terror was an instant classic, and its success was due as much to Jack Nicholson's crazed descent into madness as it was to the novel The Shining is based on. Jack turns on his family and chases his wife and son into a bathroom and begins chopping through the door with a fire axe. This is where he offers a twisted version of the phrase made famous on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Here's Johnny!
The line became a shorthand for the entire movie, even though it wasn't in Kubrick's original screenplay. The Silence of the Lambs. A nice Chianti. Few cinematic psychopaths have even come close to Anthony Hopkins' Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. Hopkins was chilling in every one of his scenes, but Hannibal the Cannibal cemented his legacy with a single anecdote involving a dinner of fava beans and a nice Chianti.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Hannibal's specific tastes were found in the script, but Hopkins' unsettling suckling sound effect wasn't. The actor had started making the sound to creep out his co-star Jodie Foster during rehearsals, and the director decided it was too good to leave out. Dumb and Dumber, the most annoying sound. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels came up with tons of unforgettable exchanges and physical gags as the co-leads of Dumb and Dumber. But in a scene where a hitman discovers how the pair entertain themselves on long road trips, they decided to go completely off script.
You're it, Quincy's! Any Quincy's, you're it, Quincy's, no any Quincy's, no startsies.
The back and forth wordplay, poking, and Carrey's reveal of the most annoying sound in the world were all thought up on the spot with no warning given to the actor between them. Check out that genuine reaction. So what do you think of our list? Did we miss any of your favorite improvised or unscripted scenes? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.